Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Hope all are good. Fine. Okay. Let's begin this video. Today we are going to learn Science Chapter 2 Digestion. This is our second part of our video. That is part 2. So, shall we recap what we learned in the previous video? So, do you remember what we learned in part 1, chapter 2, digestion? So, now it's the time to recollect. So, what did we learn? Yes, we learned that food gives us energy. Then, how do we get energy? That we get from the food. And from chapter 2, the important one, what did we cover? That is, what is digestion? We learnt what is digestion and the digestive system, and the process of digestion takes place in the mouth. So these three we learnt in the part 1 video. So do you remember what is digestion? Yes, our body cannot directly use the food that we eat to give you the energy. So the food we eat is broken down into simpler forms inside your body to get energy. It is called digestion. And then the blood then takes the digest food to all parts of our body. Then what is digestive system? So we saw the picture of the digestive system. Several organs are there to help the digestion process. So here is a mouth, salivary glands, food pipe, liver, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So, and we also learned some definitions. What is salivary glands? What is food pipe? Then what is called stomach? So, what do you mean by saliva? So that some watery liquid secreted in the mouth. So for example, any food items which is favorite for you when you see that food, so our mouth starts watering, right? Yes, when we see something very delicious food, our mouth starts watering and we want to taste that food. So those watery, that is called saliva, and it is secreted by salivary glands. And children, we also learned that where does the digestion process starts and it ends. So from where does the digestion process starts? So it starts from the mouth and it ends in the anus. So I hope you all remember this, and we have also discussed that when many organs work together to perform a single function, which is known as organ system. So in the same way, for the digestive system, for the process of digestion, many organs work together to perform the digestive process, that is digestion. So which are the organs can you list down, children? So it is the mouth first one, then the food pipe, then the stomach, then small intestine, and then the large intestine, and liver and pancreas. So they all work together to perform the process of digestion. So now the digestion process takes place in few organs, and other organs secrete the digestive juice. That is the food what we eat, it is get digested in some of the organs, and other organs helps in producing, that is secreting the digestive juice, and helps in the process of digestion. So, which organs produce the digestive juice? You remember? Yes, it is liver and pancreas. It produces some sort of digestive juice, that is acids. We have also discussed that digestion is a stepwise process. So there are number of steps for the food to get digested. So it is a stepwise process. It doesn't end up in our mouth. So after we eat, we chew the food. Does the food gets digested? No, there are number of process. So it goes step by step. So the first step we learned, that is digestion in the mouth. So digestion in the mouth, then digestion in the stomach, then digestion in the small intestine, then digestion in the large intestine. So then when the food reaches the large intestine, that is the undigested food, it is thrown out of the body through the anus. So we also discussed the digestion in the food, what happens, the food that enters in our mouth. So what happens? So our mouth is called the oral cavity or buccal cavity. So our mouth is called oral cavity or buccal cavity. Can you see what is present inside our mouth? Yes, number of teeth, tongue, it is which helps to break our food, chew our food. So the teeth, tongue, and the salivary glands. And children, so only chewing is not enough for digestion. So our food has to be mixed with various digestive juices and churned till it becomes simpler forms, so that the nutrients gets absorbed into the blood. Now then our tongue helps to push the food into a thin long tube called the food pipe. So from the mouth, after we break the food into simpler forms or into smaller particles, then our food passes into the thin long pipe that is called esophagus. Then from there it reaches the stomach. So children, today we are going to learn the digestion process in the stomach. Now let's learn digestion in the stomach. So what is stomach? Yes, I know what is your answer. Already you have answered. So you were pointing out the external part of the stomach. So it's not that we are learning. We are learning the digestive system which is present inside our body. So what is stomach, children? So stomach is an internal organ. So it is like a hollow organ. That is the part of the digestive system. It's like a bean like shape and it's bag like structure, and you call it as a small pouch, yeah, organ, hollow organ. So anyhow you can call them. So that is called stomach. So this stomach, so what does a stomach do? So whenever we eat the food, we make them in the thin paste and swallow through the food pipe or esophagus, then it lands in the stomach. I can tell you to imagine how your stomach is. Have you seen the balloon? Yes, our balloon is like a stomach. So when you blow the balloon, so what happens? Air gets filled in the balloon. So same way, our stomach is also like a balloon. So when we eat our food more and more and more very slowly, our stomach gets bulged. It becomes little big. That means our stomach is getting full. So that we are not feeling hungry. Our tummy gets filled with the food. Same like the balloon, how balloon gets air, we fill the air in the balloon. So same way we fill the food in the stomach. So that is the stomach. So it is a hollow organ that is the part of the digestive system. So our food lands after passing down the throat in a tube called esophagus. So the stomach muscles, then what happens after we fill the stomach, after all the when the food is passing in the stomach, when it is landing in the stomach, what does the stomach do? It starts dancing. That is, it starts churning the food. Have you seen your mom using the mixer? She will put some ingredients in the mixer jar and she will close it and she will switch on. So what happens? So the mixer starts rotating very fast, that is vigorously. It goes round very fast and makes the food into fine particles. So same way, our food also, when we eat, our food starts landing in the stomach. And what does our stomach do? It starts churning the food. It starts churning the food. It dances like this, it dances. It churns the food. That is, it makes our food digested. The stomach muscles churn the food with more digestive juices. So mom adds water in the mixer jar. So here in the stomach, you will add the water. No, it is automatically some digestive juices is added in the stomach. So these digestive juices, it is already present in the stomach. For example, hydrochloric acid is there in our stomach. It helps to kill the germs present in the food or stomach. So like this, many digestive juices helps the food to get to continue the process of digestion and to churn the food. Now these juices start to break down the proteins and fats into simpler substances. So the food remains in the stomach for up to 3 hours. So whenever we have a full meal, our food remains in the stomach for 3 hours. So our stomach has three main tasks. That is three important work our stomach does. So do you know what is that? Yes, the first one is our stomach stores the food. So morning you are eating the food. and you will go to school. So till afternoon, you don't feel hungry. Why? It is because you have filled your food in the stomach. So that is why we don't feel hungry. So the first task is our stomach stores the food. And the second task, our food start breaking down the food particles mechanically or chemically. It starts breaking down the food. Then mechanically means reducing size. Sometimes in hurry, we swallow the bigger food particles. You just roll the chapati and put it in your mouth and gulp it and swallow it without chewing properly also. You just put it in your mouth and we swallow it. So what will this stomach do? The stomach mechanically, the food mechanically means the food, it reduces the size of the food by churning. That is called mechanically. And chemically means that food is broken down into nutrients, that is proteins and fats. It is broken into soluble substances. Then the third task is stomach empties the partially broken down food into the small intestine. So whatever the food is digested in the stomach, slowly it pushes in the small intestine. So when the stomach starts churning, when it starts churning like a mixture, so this churned particles, the thin paste comes up. So on the thin paste, then it enters in the small intestine. Got it, children? Yes. Then what happens to the small intestine? Then again some sort of digestion takes place. So during the churning process, in the stomach, so the fluid present in the stomach is responsible for digestion and killing the germs. And you know that we eat so much food and our stomach is so much small, and how much ever we are eating, if the food is very tasty and we eat so much, then also in a small bag, that organ like stomach, that our stomach gets filled, all our food go and settles in the stomach. So the stomach is the extremely folded, it is folded into a small bag. So these folds enables the stomach to expand. When you stuff the food inside the stomach, slowly, our stomach gets expand. So when you blow the balloon, how does the balloon look? It's like very small. Then when you start blowing, it becomes bigger. So same way, our stomach is also, it is extremely folded, and this stomach enables the stomach to expand and hold large amount of food in the stomach. Our stomach is the strongest muscle in our body. It acts like a blender to churn the food. It's acts like a mixer. So how mixer is very strong, whatever strongest one you put it in the jar and switch on, it gets grinded. So same way, our stomach is also a stronger muscle. It acts like a blender and churns the food finely. It's look like a simple pouch. See how it is looking? It is looking like a small pouch, but it is tougher than any other organs inside the body. It is the strongest muscle. It is the strongest organ compared to any other organ in the body. So understood the process of stomach? So when we eat the food, it passes in the food pipe or esophagus. Then the food lands in the stomach and the food starts and the stomach starts churning the food with the help of some digestive juices. And the food remains in the stomach for how many hours, children? Yes, for up to 3 hours it remains in the stomach. I hope you understood the process of digestion takes place in the stomach. So let's end our today's session, children. In the next session, we'll be learning the digestion process that takes place in the small intestine and large intestine. So until then, watch the video again and again, and for the worksheet link is given down. Just click that and see the worksheet, read the questions. If you don't find the answers, again watch the video, find out the answers and type the answers and submit it online. Till then, bye bye. Take care.